Know of anyone that has an iPhone or an Android, okay? Here's the deal. If you have your bank account apps on your phone, if you walk past this small device, it can jump into your account information and much more. Here, listen, guys, you got to check this out.
In Fox 59 Money Matters, scammers have a new tool to go after your money by literally tricking your phone into connecting to their signal.
And if you have one of these, an iPhone, apparently you're more at risk. Zach Myers here to tell us about SMS blasters. Zach.
That's right. Google just put out a warning about this technology that some bad guys are using. It's a small device, not that big. It's about this big. It sends out a signal like a mini cell tower, and it can trick nearby phones into connecting to it instead of your real network. SMS blasters are small enough for crooks to drive around with them in their car. There have been some reports of scammers walking around with them in their backpack. So if you're close to it, your phone might automatically connect to it instead of your Verizon or AT&T or whatever you're on. If that happens, you can be in trouble because the signal from the SMS blaster bypasses all the security that your network uses to filter out spam calls and texts. So the bad guys at that point can just blast you with as many messages as they want as long as you're connected to their signal. And of course, that's how they often get people to click on bad links or upload malware to devices. As far as protecting yourself, there is good news, but also bad news. SMS blasters use the mostly obsolete 2G network. Remember that? Carriers don't even use it anymore, but it's still out there and phones can still connect to it if there's a signal. Google says Android users can go into their settings and disable 2G on their phones, and if you do that, you're safe from the device. You're good. Your phone won't connect to it. However, there's currently no way to disable 2G on the iPhone without putting it into lockdown mode. So iPhone users could be more at risk from these devices right now. Now, it's possible that Apple could make that an option to disable that at some point. In the meantime, though, I'm going to have instructions on how to disable 2G on an Android device.
All right, guys. So here, let's go right into it, guys. So first off, listen, I know it's a lot of stuff that's out here as we continue to stay on top of all of this stuff that is going on. All right. So let's go ahead and break down everything that we just learned about. All right. So for those of you all who are just joining us, listen, there is a small box that people are walking around with, and it most definitely can send information to your phone. And if you click on it, you will give access to whomever is asking for that access. Okay. Some of the first things that they're going after is, of course, your bank accounts and things of that sort. So let's get right into it. By the way, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys go ahead and like, share, and subscribe as well too. And for those who are, we get questions all the time. Can we help you with your credit? Yes, we can. You can scan this QR code to learn more about how we can create a custom game plan for you. Okay. Now, here's what you need to know. Scammers are using a device called a SMS blaster, and what it's doing is it's tricking phones to connecting their signal instead of the real network. What does that mean? That means that if you have a cell phone and you're with T-Mobile, AT&T, doesn't matter. Every single cell phone can most definitely connect directly to this. Okay. Now it's an old network. This is 2G. Now, for those who don't know, 2G is technically just the wired, essentially just the phone capability just to make phone calls. 3G, it was essentially when, they introduced internet, okay, with the phones and such. In short, it will connect to their local tower. Then that's number one. It will then send out a text message, essentially, for anything. And some of you are, again, if it doesn't look right, do not click on it. Okay. Now, the SMS blasters, they're small, very small, and it can be easily carried around by people. Okay. When your phone connects to the SMS blaster, it will bypass all security measures. Why? Because it thinks it's connected to the actual tower. Okay. And then that allows the scammers to send you a spam message, which of course is going to include a link. Once you click on that link, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. Okay. Now we got good news and bad news. Okay. Good news is you can disable this. Bad news is iPhone users are more at risk. Okay. Now, Android users, to disable 2G on your phone, all you got to do is just go into the network within your phone and then change the network to only be 5G or 4G or 3G or higher. Okay. 2G, again, now we don't use it as much. But again, you can disable that. If you're not sure, because every phone's a little bit different. If you're not sure, call your provider or at least look it up and just say, hey, let me just go ahead and disable 2G. It will not mess up anything. Now, for those of you who want to know, how do you even have 2G on your phone? You have 2G on your phone just in case the signal is low where you are. Usually this happens when you're driving, like in a rural neighborhood, a rural area, excuse me, and you're not able to get 5G. So it's basic mathematics. If your phone is 5G and 5G is not in the area, then you could drop down to 4G. Same thing with and all the way to 3G. And so 2G is the last and final option. If you disable this means that if there is no 3, 4, or 5G in the area, you're in a rural area and you disabled it, all you have to do is just re-enable it. It doesn't cost anything to do this, by the way. Okay. Now, iPhone users, unfortunately, cannot disable 2G, okay, without putting their phone into lockdown mode. Okay, so essentially it makes them more vulnerable for it as well too. Now you can reduce it down to LTE, but guys, don't forget LTE is essentially 3G. Okay, so but either way, I wanted to make sure I got you guys that information, and let's talk more about this, guys. So let me know your thoughts inside the comment section below. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let me know your thoughts about this. Have you guys seen this or have dealt with this, as you guys have been kind of going about throughout the day? Theodos, what's going on, sir? Theodos says Apple needs to send out a patch or a workaround to give subscribers the option to turn off the 2G signal. Oh, absolutely. Now, guys, this literally just came out like 5-6 days ago. Okay. And so, which means it's been out for longer than that. Because keep in mind, first something happens, unless it's like the regular stuff, people being robbed, people, something being stolen, something being broken into, someone dying, then you hear about it sooner. But keep in mind, in order for us to hear about this, that means people had to be affected, which means someone had to bring it around, which means someone had to test it out. Okay. So again, this literally just happened. So listen, we got to hope that they come out with some type of patchwork on this. That's why we try to bring you guys the information as fast as we can. So again, you all are prepared and not surprised. Okay. For sure. Kenneth Smith is in the house. Appreciate you being here, brother. All right. And R. Lake is in the house as well. All right. So now, again, guys, there's been stuff like this out for quite some time. It's what you call beacons. Okay. Beacons have been out for quite some time. And how beacons would work, beacons essentially would, it would send a text message out. And it's crazy. It's not illegal to send people that's near you text messages. There is software out there. I remember when I first got into real estate, I met this real estate agent, and she says, hey, I forgot what it was called, but it was an app that you could download. And that app essentially would send out text messages to people that was near you in the area. And all they had to do was just be next to you. And it would send like a message, and it just simply said, hey, I'm a real estate agent in the area. Kind of creepy. That's why I got rid of it. But again, this software has been out for years, and it's 100% legal. Okay. But it's not until, you already know, until scammers get their hands on it, that's when things change. Okay. Let me know your thoughts about this inside the comment section below. As a matter of fact, I know that, again, I wanted to try to see if I can pull up an example here. You guys already saw it in the thumbnail. That's what it looks like. Okay. You probably won't see anybody carrying this around. This is more than likely just going to be, on a photo or something like that. So keep that in mind as well too, guys. Okay. But either way, don't want to hold you all up. Let me know your thoughts about this inside the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if you guys are Android users, make sure you guys go ahead and deactivate that 2G. Again, keep in mind everybody's phone model is going to be a little bit different, but go into settings, go into mobile network, and then see if you can uncheck or see if you can disable the 2G. Okay, once you guys do that, of course, again, just let us know, if how easy that was for you and iPhone users. We'll keep you guys posted. Again, this just happened 6 days ago. So for right now, there is no workaround. Most people have an iPhone. I won't say most, but a good 60%, of people typically have that. And again, there's no way to protect yourself. So for all of those people who are Android versus iPhone, this is a win for you, Android users. Okay. All right. Cal Barton, what's up, man? Congrats on passing 100,000 subs. Well deserved. Thanks again, man. Appreciate you being here. And listen, bro, we got to do another video as well. So, you know how we do it, man. We got to get one to go crazy in here very soon. So, shout out to Cal Barton, guys. If you guys, love to learn about different types of credit cards and what's going on, listen. This is the guy that probably does some of the best research in the YouTube space. So make sure you guys go and check out his stuff as well. Appreciate you, Cal. And listen, I'll most definitely get back to you, man, for sure. Thanks again, everyone, for checking out the video. Make sure you guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Also, too, guys, if you're looking for a great community to be around and goal setters to be around, especially if you're looking to go in home ownership this year, if you're looking to buy a home this year, this is the community for you. Okay, you get access to my my personal DM, my personal direct message. I get back to everybody within 24 to 48 hours, and we have our home buyer challenge going on right now. Okay, so we're going to be showing everybody how to qualify for a home in 90 days or less. Scan that QR code to learn more. But either way, guys,